can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash.
Thanks, Coach. Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go. Check 53, smart. They're going to need some therapy after this. Check it back.
This is Carson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
53, check 53. Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. An interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, it's Howard. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Howard. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Running with Howard. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Clay Matthews in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. The first carry now for Wendell Smallwood. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Check 53. Come, baby. Hey, 47. We're going to 54 right here.
Third and short yardage. Prescott completes it to Dixon. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
And the Seahawks. First down.
Mike. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
17 yards.
Dak Prescott last year against Philly, boy, biggest game of his career passing yardage-wise, 455 yards, 3 touchdowns in a 29-23 December victory over the Eagles. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Seattle.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And again, it's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Prescott. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. We're scoreless after 1. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Prescott. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Here we go. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. On yard. Hey, kill.
On third down, it's Prescott. And Jennings has it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line.
A gain of 15.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So quite a turn of events right there.
Indeed it is. I mean, they thought the worst that could happen was they'd get a field goal attempt to break the tie. Instead, interception, long return, and now the other guys have a great shot to go ahead.
Here we go. 180! I got you!
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On second down and 4, Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Check nickel.
Try to punch it in with Howard. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
On first down, Carson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Prescott to throw it. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And Jeffrey's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll give the Smallwood out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Shotgun now for Wentz. This one complete to Smallwood. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 24 yards. from the red zone now. Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be 4th down.
They need stops to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Here's Prescott. And he's got Lockett. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing now is Wentz. There he goes, right side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the 27, Wentz got a man. It's the rookie, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Smallwood. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
53, Mike, 53. Go to 54, go to 54. Here we go. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Here we go, kill. Let's go. Bravo. Here we go, going to 54. Alert 3.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll run on first down. Howard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz as his guys are able to regain the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window? And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Wentz buying time to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Wendell Smallwood, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll begin the drive with Carson. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Prescott off play action. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Wentz going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Empty. 81. Hey, high 7.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Aguilar has it. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Wentz now on 1st down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Check.
On 1st down, it's Howard. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Come to my way. We want it. Come to my way. Lefty, lefty.
To throw is Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Zach Brown, his second sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Looking deep for Jennings. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Stay with your man.
Wentz now on first down. Going for it all. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Touchdown, Eagles. Jake Elliott.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried.
Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
On second down, Prescott again. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Third and long for Prescott. Called in left side here by Jennings. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Prescott. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. On first and 10, Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Howard. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Now Prescott. And Jennings has it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go, here we go. Show it up, show it up. Here we go, 47. 26.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. sacked back at the 46. Brandon Graham has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They set the goal beginning of the year.